Middleburg is our team tonight. Let's watch the highlights with Dan.
All right, let's watch them. We are on a roll. It's Ed White, Middleburg, and Bradley Uzi for Ed White with the run. That'll set up Ed White's touchdown run by Moore and Toby to make the score 42-0, and that's the way it ends as the Commanders roll.
Hey, Ma, how you doing?
3 weeks, 3 big doses of rain. But you know, climatologically speaking, this is the rainiest month of the year. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the all-wet Sideline 94. I'm Dan Hicken, and with the rain in mind, we begin up the road with a key district match. Mike Arford braved the elements one more time to file his Game of the Week report. Mike, you're looking good with the rain slicker on, buddy.
A different rain slicker now. They both got wet tonight, but we had maybe a changing of the guard going on in our Game of the Week. White taking on Lee. White coming into tonight 2-0. Lee at 1-1. Of course, Lee, the traditional power. White looking to take the reins. Could they do it? Taking the reins and rain on their parade, they did. That's Brady Turpin, right up the gut, 8 yards. He had 100-plus yards in the night and 3 TDs. At that point, White was up 14-0. Second quarter, under a minute to go. Brian Goodrich hits Turpin at 24 yards. 2 TD passes on the night for Goodrich. It was 20-6 White at the half. But, of course, Mr. Marquis is Van Ez Gooch. And this evening, 200-plus yards, 2 TDs, including this trip to pay dirt of 60 yards. 2 trips to the zone for Van Ez, and another trip to victory lane for the Commanders. Final, White 38 and Lee 18.
So we just came out, try to do one of our goals. That was go out 3-0 for the break. And we just, going to take it easy this week, try to get ready for Mandarin.
We want to be recognized. We're sick of being just a West Side team. We want to be known.
No doubt, Dan. White made their point tonight. They just racked up the yards on offense. And, you know, the one thing that really surprised me from seeing this team the last couple of years is the growth in the backfield. Not only do they have a strong offensive line, but Gooch isn't their only weapon anymore. Obviously, Brian Goodrich, a quarterback, a strong player. And, of course, Brady Turpin tonight looking real strong with 100-plus effort. But they've even got more backs. They just keep coming at you. And, of course, for Lee, it's been a nightmare for the last 3 years as the Commanders have really started to take charge of this series.
Okay, thanks very much, Mike Arford, with our Game of the Week report. Ed White is for real. Southside Clash tonight as we roll on at 10. But we can give you the Sideline 94 scoreboard. Here it comes. And speaking of first, here comes our first game on Numbers Night. White Mandarin, you're first.
Mustangs are #1 on Sideline 94. Yeah!
Well, let's find out, shall we? Mandarin quarterback Brooks Combs intercepted by John Volstedt. Ed White High School is playing some football this year, folks. Nice return right there by Volstedt. He's finally brought down. Van Ez Gooch had a big night, 17 carries, 154 yards, 15 right here on this nice run. Then the reverse to Eddie Bargeron, and Eddie is going for pay dirt. He'll take it in to score. Ed White gets the win tonight. Final 21-7.
Number 10, Marquette McQueen.
2 flips are better than 1.
Welcome to Go That Good. I think you folks understand after what exactly happened. Here are tonight's scores. Calls from local sportscasters. Defenses around the First Coast look forward to trying to stop this guy, but no one has been able to, including Mandarin. Gooch rushed for 150-plus yards and a touchdown against the Mustangs Friday to earn the honor.
I give all the credit to the offensive line because they were there for me. And they made it easy because we had a week off, and it didn't rain. And everything went out all right.
He ran real tough. You know, he had one long play, but he just kept running hard, and that's the key.
Congrats to Van Ez. Finally getting your the White
Stadium. Big game on Commodore turf. Vikings down 21-14. Brian Williams takes the pitch, go outside. Frank tackles. He is gone. 45-yard touchdown. That ties it 21-all in our play of the night. In the fourth quarter, Ed White, quarterback, Brian Goodrich in a tie game at 21 to John Volstead, number 10. Just a great catch into your living room here. Raines has one last chance. Number 12, Ron Gardner, is picked off by James Simmons as the Commanders win tonight at home. What's a win like this say for Ed White's program?
Well, it says we still got to win 2 district games to win the championship, but right now it's good for us. It's where we want to be.
Mandarin played at Parker tonight.
Mandarin out at Ed White, and boy, did they see a good one. 21-14 White in the third. Watch Brian Williams go. And go. And go some more. 50-yard touchdown scamper. It's 21 apiece after 3 quarters. But White will get back on top. Brian Goodrich hooks up with John Volstead. Brian, you don't just hand off the football. You can throw it as well. Look at that catch. White's up 28-21, but Raines will answer again. They come back when Rod Gardner, scrambling for his life, sees Dedrick Walker, who outleaped 2 defenders. The PAT failed, though. The Commanders had a late touchdown and an interception. Ed White wins 34-27, and the boys from Ed White are a perfect 5-0. Now, one guy who's finally got a tux on after all these, Smith, who's just running through everybody right up the gut. 2-yard touchdown. First Coast led 13-7 at the half. They go on to win 21-7. This ball game just ended just a little bit ago, Dan. An hour and 10-minute delay due to the lights there. Now, one thing that we did notice this evening watching First Coast, a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play and inconsistent play. Ran the ball well, did not pass the ball well. They're undefeated, but when they meet Ed White, they're going to have to play a lot better ball game if they're going to come away with a W. That's a good point, Mike. You brought up Ed White. You've brought up First Coast, 2 undefeated teams. You've seen them both. Who's better? Ed White's big. They're physical. First Coast big and physical, but right now I think Ed White gets the edge because of consistency. Van Ness Gooch is a guy who's going to get you the yards. Melvin Smith was great in the first half against the Wolfpack, but they didn't give him the ball maybe as much as they should, so that makes you wonder, is he really their go-to guy? Okay, thanks, Mike. One more thing. You look marvelous.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, Mike Harford with our Game of the Week report. The Genghis formal wear sideline choice.
Roasters Player of the Week is a Commander who made 2 giant plays in the fourth quarter. Mike Lyons has more.
Oh, we're in the ball game! Oh!
With 9 minutes left in the ball game, Raines and Ed White were tied at 21-21. White facing 4th down at the Raines 48. John Volstead back to punt. A fake all the way. Volstead throws a strike to Eddie Bargeron. Good for a 26-yard completion and a 1st down at the Raines 22. On the next play, White quarterback Brian Goodrich goes for the end zone. There's Volstead. He makes the catch in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Ed White. The extra point gave White a 28-21 lead, a lead they would never lose. White goes on to beat Raines 34-27, one of the biggest wins in school history.
We needed that one against Raines. It was a great team win. I'm just glad that I was able to have an opportunity to help the team. A lot of other players made a lot of other big plays. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
You know, we don't win the game without him, and I think they happened so quick he didn't have time to think because they were back-to-back. But he did a good job. Came through for us. He's a smart football player, and he gives you everything he's got all the time. But he is a playmaker. People don't expect that from him, and he came through.
In addition to the fake punt and pass and the TD catch, Volstead had 4 tackles from his cornerback position and 2 punts averaging 38 yards, 1 pinning Raines inside their own 5-yard line.
Ed White ends a 3-game losing streak against Raines, and with the victory, they have a chance to win their first district title in the 24-year history of the school. John Volstead, our Player of the Week, had a big game. Congratulations to you and the Ed White Commanders.
Always a mob scene. Moving on, National High...